Imagine you just sent a proposal to a potential client, applied for your dream job, or reached out to a brand that you would love to work with. Now, before they reply, they're going to do one thing first. They'll search for you online. And when they do, if all they find is just a few scattered social media profiles, or worse, nothing at all, you could be losing trust before you've even had a chance to make that good first impression. A professional portfolio website solves that problem. It gives people one place to see quickly who you are, what you do, and why they should work with you. And the best part is, you no longer need to hire a designer or even write a single line of code. Because in this video, I'll show you exactly how to build a professional portfolio website with AI that actually looks custom. Let's dive in. Now, for this tutorial, I'm going to build a portfolio website for my own personal brand that I can actually use to attract more brand sponsorships. Now, your portfolio website will probably be different. Maybe you're a freelancer or a designer, a photographer, a developer, a consultant, or perhaps you're creating a portfolio website to land your next job. That's all completely fine. The content on your website, of course, will be different from mine, but the core framework we're going to use works for almost any professional portfolio website. So you can simply replace my information for your information and then follow along step by step. And before we build anything, let's quickly look at the framework. So every visitor who lands on your portfolio website is subconsciously looking for the answers to 6 questions. And your job is to simply answer them as quickly and clearly as possible.
I can do that.
So question 1 is, who are you? Question 2 is, what do you do? Question 3 is, can you prove it? Question 4 is, why should someone trust you? Question 5 is, who do you help or want to work with? And question 6 is, what is the next step? So if your portfolio website answers those 6 questions clearly, you'll have a strong portfolio regardless of your niche. Now, before we even open Lovable, I'm going to show you one simple trick that can dramatically improve the quality of your portfolio website that AI creates for you. And hardly anyone does this. So one mistake I see people making all the time is trying to squeeze everything into one huge AI prompt. But a much better approach is to let ChatGPT organize your ideas first. So we're going to create a simple website brief that Lovable can then use as the source of truth for the entire project. That means all of your content stays consistent from the very beginning. So we're going to give this prompt to ChatGPT. I'm creating a professional portfolio website, create a structured website brief that can be used as the source of truth for building my website with AI. Organize the information into clear website sections and make any testimonials exactly as written. At the end, also generate an SEO title and meta description for the homepage. Format everything so it can be exported as a PDF. And now the information we need to include here is what you need to enter, which is your name, your profession, your ideal audience, your services and skills, experience, any past projects, your achievements, testimonials, and we want the wording for the testimonials to be kept as is, your brand colors if you already have them, your preferred tone, and your call to action. So I already have this info, so I'm just going to paste it in here. And then we're going to submit this to ChatGPT. And once Chat has completed this for us, we can then export the document as a PDF. This PDF then becomes the master document that Lovable will use to generate our website. This ensures that all our content about us and our brand stays accurate as Lovable creates for us. So, pro tip, rather than repeating the same information in lots of different prompts when you're working with Lovable, which will also cause you to use way more Lovable credits than you actually need to. Instead, just give Lovable one source of truth document that it can refer back to throughout the project. Okay, so ChatGPT has now finished creating our portfolio website brief, and it's created both a PDF and a Word doc. If we click on the PDF, we can take a quick look at what Chat's actually created for us. And if I scroll through, this is what it's put together. So looking pretty nice. Now, this doesn't actually have to look fancy at all, because really this is just for Lovable to read. But for some reason, Chat has made it look pretty nice with my brand colors and everything. But overall, this is great. And this is what I'm now going to give to Lovable. So I can come up to the top right, click on download this to my computer. Now, let's hand this PDF over to Lovable and see what it can build for us from one surprisingly simple prompt. So here we are inside Lovable. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to attach my brand guide PDF that we just created with ChatGPT. I'm going to attach that to the prompt box right here. So I come down to the bottom left and click on this little plus button. And then I'm going to click on attach. And then I'm going to select file. And then from here, I can select that file, which is currently in my downloads folder. And now I've uploaded that to the prompt window right here. Next, I'm going to paste in this prompt, which asks Lovable to build a premium personal portfolio website using the attached PDF as the source of truth for all content. Use the brand colors from the attached PDF. Make the design feel modern, visually engaging, premium and trustworthy with excellent typography, thoughtful use of white space, subtle animations, a strong visual hierarchy, and a memorable first impression. So let's now give this to Lovable and see what Lovable comes up with for us for the first draft of our portfolio website. Now, this first version won't be perfect, but that's exactly how you should think about it. Don't aim for perfection on the first prompt. Instead, aim for a really strong foundation that you can then improve with a few simple prompts. So here's the first version of our site that Lovable's created for us, and this is looking really nice. So we have the hero section with our heading and an image. Of course, I can change this image for me, which I will do in a minute. And then we have some stats about my business, my brand, and a little about section, and a section explaining the services I'm offering or some projects, as well as some placeholders here that I can switch out for some of my real YouTube videos so people can see examples of my work, and then a real client testimonial and a section to get in touch. So far so good with just one simple prompt. And you'll notice that this first draft is clearly designed around my business and my brand based on the information in my PDF. And that's exactly what we want. So your website will, of course, look different because it will be based on your content and your colors and your audience. But the same prompting process works regardless of your niche and your profession. Now, quick tip, instead of telling AI exactly what to build, tell it how you want people to feel when they visit your website. So you can use words like premium, modern, trustworthy, professional, minimal. Those kinds of words often have a big impact than just listing lots of design features. Now, this is already a really solid first draft, but there are still a few things we can improve. In the next part, I'll show you how a handful of short prompts can refine the design, improve the user experience, and make the whole website feel much more polished. So first of all, I'm going to switch this AI generated image for an image of me. So I'm going to come down to the prompt box in the bottom left, click on the plus button, then I'm going to click on attach. Now this will open up a folder on my computer where I can select the image I want to replace it with. And I'm going to ask Lovable to replace the image in the hero section, that's this image right here, with the image attached. And there we go, in just a few seconds, Lovable has switched that image out for us. Next, I'm going to ask Lovable to refine the hero section to create a stronger first impression with better visual balance, clearer messaging, and a more compelling call to action. Let's give this prompt to Lovable. And this is the hero section at the top here, anything you see above the fold. So Lovable should adjust anything that we see right here. And this is very important, of course, because it's the first thing that your visitors will see when they visit your portfolio website. So now Lovable's created 3 different hero sections for us to choose from, and it's asking us which one we like. I'm actually going to say none of these, but I'm going to say instead, keep the typography the same, just improve the headline, messaging, call to action, and make the trust factors more visible. Adjust the image size to balance the text on the left side of the hero section to give better visual balance. So I'll submit this to Lovable, and Lovable should now run with this new prompt. And quickly, we can see now that Lovable has made these changes, and personally, I think this works much better. The image is now balanced with our text, its headline's much more punchy, and we've got more visual trust signals above the fold. Next, we're going to ask Lovable to make small refinements across the whole site. So I'm going to ask it to improve the spacing, visual hierarchy, and consistency throughout the website to create a more polished and cohesive user experience. Let's give this to Lovable. Now, notice I'm not asking Lovable to redesign the site. I'm simply asking it to just refine what's already working. Okay, so now after that last prompt, we can now see Lovable's improved the spacing between the content and the sections, making it much more clear and easier to read, and by improving the padding of the sections, making all the content stand out and more easily readable. So this is shaping up now to look really nice. Now at this point, it's just a question of asking Lovable to make any small individual tweaks you might need to make. For example, linking buttons to where you want them to go, or changing any heading text or anything like that. Now all that is really straightforward, but one thing I will show you, so in this section here, I've got these video placeholders that I'm going to want to link to my real videos. So if you need to do this too, I'm going to show you how to link just this first one here as an example. So this is going to link to my Ad Creative AI review. So if we go to my channel, it's this video right here. So I'm going to give this prompt to Lovable. I'm going to say, in the A Selection of Long Form Work section, please make the Ad Creative AI video placeholder, that's this one here, open the following YouTube video URL in a new window when clicked. Use the attached thumbnail image as the video element background and maintain the green play button in the center of the video element. And I've just pasted the URL for the video right here. So I'm just going to go to the plus button in the bottom left, click attach, and then from the box that opens up, I'm going to find my thumbnail in my downloads folder. I'm going to attach it right here, and now I'm going to submit this prompt to Lovable. So Lovable will make this change pretty quickly. Now, if you wanted to, if you do have multiple videos to change like I do, you could do all of them in one prompt really if you wanted to. Just showing you one right now just for speed. And there we go, Lovable's made that change for us. So as I hover over this, this should be clickable. So I'm just going to come to the top right and click on publish so I can show you on the live URL what it currently looks like. And we want to check that this video is actually clickable and opening our YouTube video. So currently the site's published on this Lovable subdomain. Don't worry, I will show you how to add a custom domain in a few minutes. But let's just click on this for now. And this is what our website will look like live on the web at the moment. So if I scroll through, this is looking all really nice to me. And here is our video. If I click on this, this is now opening us into a new window onto YouTube. And here is my video. Perfect, exactly what we want. Okay, quick pause here. If you're getting value from this video, please go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. On this channel, I share step-by-step guides on how to simplify the tech side of your business to help you be more productive, how to actually use AI and other smart tools the right way, and how to turn those tools into systems that can potentially bring in more revenue. So if that sounds good to you, then I'd love you to be a subscriber so you don't miss what comes next. Next, if we come back to the live version of our site, if we look down the bottom right corner, we will see this little Lovable badge here that says Edit with Lovable. Now, it doesn't really look very professional to your customers and clients to see that on your website. So let me quickly show you how to remove that. So back inside the Lovable dashboard here, come up to the top left and click on the drop down menu for your project name, come to settings, and then here on the settings page, we'll scroll down where it says publishing, and we're looking for this option here, hide Lovable badge. So just toggle this to on, and we see in the bottom right, we get a notification that says badge visibly updated. Now, if we come back to our live version of our website, I'm just going to refresh the page, and we can now see in the bottom right that Lovable badge has now disappeared. Next, we just want to make sure that our website looks good on mobile and tablet view as well as desktop. So here in the Lovable editor, what we're looking at right here is the desktop version. So if we come to the top of the screen, click on this little icon, it says desktop view, click on this once and it will switch us to tablet view. So we can scroll through now just to make sure that everything looks as it should. But if you see anything overlapping or if any content is half off the screen or anything like that, you can just give it prompts to Lovable to ask it to make that change for you. And then to check it on mobile view as well, come back up to the top and click on the same icon. It will now switch us to mobile view. And again, control through, just make sure everything looks as it should. Simple as that. And then for the next step, we want to make sure that people can actually find our website as well once it's published online. So of course we want our website to show up in Google and Bing and also be found by language models like ChatGPT or Perplexity. So if you come down to the prompt box, you'll see a little button that says Review SEO. Let's click on this button, and Lovable already has built in an SEO audit feature. So it's going to spend a few minutes here and it's going to search and analyze your whole website and tell you what is currently good, what needs attention, and what is completely missing. And then once it's finished its audit, it's going to give you one simple button that you can click and fix all the issues in one go. And now Lovable's finished our SEO audit and it's identified these issues that need fixing. I can click this Try to Fix All with one button. But before I do that, I'm just going to click on the Google Search Console option. I'm going to click on Ignore to that one because personally I prefer to set up Google Search Console manually. That aside, I'm now going to click on Try to Fix All and Lovable will put all these straight for us. Next, we want to make sure that our website visitors have a way to contact us. So we're going to give a prompt to Lovable to add a contact form. So in the prompt box, I'm going to ask Lovable here, add a professional contact section above the footer with fields for name, email, and message. Keep the design consistent with the rest of the website. Let's submit this to Lovable and very quickly Lovable will whip this up for us. And we're going to have the contact form go here at the bottom above the footer section, which is right here. And now in about 30 seconds, Lovable has created this new section for us with our contact form. So this will do for now. And what I want to do is I want to make sure that any contact form submissions that are sent through here land in my Gmail account. So in order to connect your Gmail to your Lovable website, come up to the top left, click on the drop down next to your project name, and then click on Project Connectors. And then on this page, we need to come up to the top right, click on All Connectors. And now here we will see all the integrations that you can use natively with Lovable. And near the top, we will see Gmail right here. So I click on Gmail and then click on Add Connection and select the first option, which is App plus Chat Connector. And then on this page, we just need to enter a display name. This is just for you and Lovable to be able to identify the email account. And then under Scopes, I'm just going to leave all these checked. Scroll down to the bottom and click Connect. Now a pop-up window will appear for you to choose your Gmail account. Just select the correct one. Then you're going to need to give Lovable access here. So check all the boxes and click Continue. And now here, Lovable confirms at the top that your email account is connected to Lovable now. So at this point, let's test the form. So if I close this window, let's go back to our Lovable website. I come up to the top right, click on the close button, and I come back to the editor for my website. Actually, before we test the form, I've just got to do one more thing, which is giving Lovable this prompt right here. So I'm telling Lovable, I have connected my Gmail workspace connector. Please configure the connection form. That's the form we just created with Lovable right here, so that every time a user submits it, an email containing the form data is sent to my connected Gmail account. Also, once a website visitor makes a submission on the contact form shows a message sent successfully notification. So I'll submit this to Lovable. Lovable now on the back end will just make that connection to this actual form to our connected Gmail account, and we should be good to go. And then here, while Lovable is making the connections in the background, we can see this little box has appeared right here that says connects to Gmail and my email address. I'm just going to click this button that says link to project. And now Lovable continues hooking everything up for us. Okay, so now Lovable confirms that this is all set up for us and everything's connected. Let's go up to the top of the page and click on publish and click on update. So you always need to make your updates before they actually go live. And now once again, let's click on our temporary website URL so we can look at the live version of the site. Let's go down to the contact form and let's just test the contact form and make sure an email does actually come through to my Gmail account. So I'm just going to fill out some info, choose another email address I have access to, and I'm going to write, hello, this is a test message. Let's click send inquiry. Then first of all, we get our success message right here. Then let's go to our inbox and see if the email comes through. So I'm just going to refresh my inbox and here is the new inquiry. New inquiry from Steve. If I open it up, and there's my message. Hello, this is a test message. Okay, next we're going to connect to our custom domain so our website will look professional online. So come up to the top right, click on publish. Then we're going to click on this button that says add custom domain. When I click on this, Lovable gives us the option to either buy a domain from them or connect to an existing domain. So if you've already purchased a domain from like GoDaddy or Namecheap or somewhere like that, then this is the option you're going to want to select. So I bought my domain with Namecheap, so I'm going to click this button here to connect my domain. And now here, Lovable wants me to enter my domain name, which is steve-west.net. So I'm going to click continue, and I want to make sure that the root domain is selected here. Click connect domain. Now we have two new steps to complete the setup for the www version as well as the non-www version. So I'm going to click this button first to complete the setup. And now here, Lovable shows me this pop-up where I can just click on the continue button and Lovable starts analyzing my domain. And then it shows me this pop-up to let me know that it recognizes my domain is with Namecheap. And now here I've got to log in with my Namecheap username and password. And now Namecheap here is asking me to enter my two-factor authentication code because I've got 2FA activated on my Namecheap account. So I'm going to enter my authenticator code, click continue, and now Lovable is connecting to my Namecheap account. And as we can see here from this pop-up, Lovable is now confirming that my domain name is all connected and configured correctly. However, it might take up to 48 hours to completely propagate. That said, in my experience, it does usually take a lot less than that, usually anything from half an hour to maybe 2 hours. And then the last step is just to click this button right here to complete the setup of the www version of your domain as well. So I'm just going to click this button to continue. And again, in just a few moments, Lovable fully connects our domain to Namecheap. So I've just got to do this process one more time, enter my 2FA code, and Lovable is asking us to confirm we want to change these records. So we do want to do this, and we're going to click OK. And there we go. Lovable now confirms that both versions of our domain are all set up and ready to go. So like I said, this can take a few hours to fully propagate. And the domain is currently verifying, but I can click this button here to check the status and come back later just to make sure that this setup sign has changed to live, and then you're good to go. So now your website's published, remember, this isn't the finished version. One of the biggest advantages of building with Lovable is that you can continue to improve your website whenever you want simply by chatting with the AI. And as your business grows, your portfolio can grow with it. Now, if you want to see exactly how to move your Lovable website to a WordPress website, then watch this video right here. Or if you want to learn exactly how to make money building websites like this for local businesses using Lovable, then watch this video right here. In that video, I'll show you a complete system for building your website, pricing so it's attractive for both you and your clients, how to actually find local businesses that are missing out because they don't have a professional website, and how to reach out to them in a way that feels natural, friendly, and gets conversations started.